So, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzomos, and welcome you to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If it's your first time here and narcissism resonates with you, I encourage you to join us. Like the page, share with the friends, subscribe. For those that have always been with me, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. It's going to be a quick video, and I'm going to talk about healing. So, because a question came in, and a subscriber was curious about the healing process. How do you know that you've healed? And how do you exactly know that you've healed from these individuals? It's like, how do you tell that you're at that level, you've reached there, So basically, I'm going to share with you what has been my experience as well along my journey in that process. And also in the section below, in the comment section below, I would like other people to come in and also contribute to what has been their journey, because everybody has got a different healing journey. We all heal differently at a different time, and as well we all experience different we have different circumstances during the healing process. But there are some things that are common that most of you will see. For the ones of you who have healed and those of you who are going to heal, who are still healing, there are some of the things you are going to see that are going to confirm to you that actually you have healed from this narcissistic abuse, entanglement, or whatever relationship, whatever you can call it. What has been my experience along my journey? It came at that point where all of a sudden I stopped to miss the knack. For the most of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I've only been hovered once. I've only been hovered once in my entanglement, and after that hover, when I went back in there, that's when I got my awakening. So maybe the hover was supposed to happen, because I had to go back in there so that I can receive the awakening for me to understand what I was dealing with. So I got my awakening after the hover. So basically, in the first hover, I used to miss the knack very, very intensively. I used to miss the knack. It's like I felt that there was this kind of addiction. I used to have a very, very strong addiction to the knack. However much I knew that it was a very, very toxic situation, I knew the person, what kind of person it was, and how they used to treat me in those days. But I would still find myself missing them, and even sometimes wanting to contact them. Even then, I knew that they already moved in with a new supply. But I still missed those. I really, really intensively missed the narcissist. But after the awakening, when I healed later on, I discovered that all of a sudden I had stopped to miss the knack. So there was nothing, even if her name popped up in my head, it would actually irritate me. I would get agitated and irritated. So I did not even want to hear anything about the narcissist. So you're going to reach that stage. For the ones of you who are healing, you're going to reach that stage whereby you're going to stop all of a sudden missing them. You are missing them. You don't want even to see them. Even in the neighborhood, you don't want even to see them drive by. It is even too boring for you to. You've come to that stage whereby it is even too boring for them to even to come in your presence. You feel like agitated and irritated. You don't want to see them. So that means that actually you have successfully broken the emotional codes you guys had with them. The soul tie. I'm talking about the soul tie that you guys are together. It has been successfully broken. So you do not miss these individuals whatsoever, and you can always go on with your life without having to find out what they are doing, how they have slept, what they have eaten, or whatever it is they have been doing with their lives. It doesn't matter anymore to you. That is one of the first things you're going to realize when you've successfully healed from narcissistic abuse. The second one, what I remember, the thing I used to do after the hover was I used to spy on them. I used to every now and then spy on them, try to see what is going on their social media pages, where are they going, have they had a holiday or not, whatever, this kind of stuff. So I used to kind of like secretly follow them. That was before my awakening. I used to secretly check on them what they were doing, you know what I mean? Because I was very curious this time about the new supply. So I hadn't yet awakened, and I really wanted to find out what exactly was going on. And I found myself like spying on them. But at the end of the day, when you heal, you're going to realize that actually you have already closed that chapter. It does not matter anymore if they have a new Facebook account, or if they have a new Instagram account, or if they have posted some new photos, or if they have introduce some new things in their lives. It doesn't matter anymore to you. You don't even want to know. So you're going to find yourself in a position whereby you are no longer actually spying on them. You're no longer nosing around to see what they're doing. You know what I mean? So all their social media pages, actually it might even come to that point, especially if you don't have kids with them. It will come to that point whereby you do not even want them to be your friends on social media pages, on your social media sites. You do not want them to have in your friends list. Of course, eventually, if you have kids, you might have to have some kind of a contact. not necessarily, but most of the time you find that you have already cut them off all your social media pages, and you're no longer following them on social media. One of the third thing I've experienced is you're going to notice that anytime you meet them, um, it can be by accident. This can be by accident, or this can be in the case whereby you have got children. So somehow you're going there to pick up your kids. For example, it's you're co-parenting together, so you're going there to pick up your kids. So you have reached that stage whereby um, they are in your presence. You can see them in front of you, but at the end of the day, it's like you're looking at them like any other individual. Actually, even you don't even want to look at them. They are too boring to look at. So you have reached that stage whereby you can see them. They are coming around you, and you feel as if they are just normal people, like other people you have met walking on the streets. You no longer anyway. You can no longer get any reaction whatsoever when you meet them. You no longer feel the way you used to feel before. So you can see them like they are like normal people. You have your workmates, or some people you have usually seen on the street or something. Even you can sometimes feel like they are strangers when they come in front of you. That is when you're going to know that actually you have reached that healing point of your journey. The fourth thing I can think about is you are no longer triggered. You no longer feel triggered. So basically, gone are the days when they used to, because you see the nurses feeds off triggers. They feed off your triggers. The more they trigger you, the better they feel about themselves. So it's basically like some of those small things they do to you, or some of those small things they say to you, they trigger you in some kind of way. It's like they shake you from within. You know what I mean? They shake your soul. But it has now come to that point whereby they can no longer trigger you. So it's like, for example, it does not matter if they send you a small text message, or if they call you or something like that, or maybe there's something they want to know, whatever it is, and they say something, whatever they want to say. You can feel like you're having a normal conversation with anybody. It's like you no longer, there's no triggers. The triggers have already left. They are no longer any triggers. And even then, on top of the triggers, to add on to that, all the things you're watching about narcissism, they no longer trigger you. It does not matter if you're watching this video channel, these narcissism channels and everything online or whatever. It's like there's nothing somebody's saying that no longer triggers you. If you feel you're being triggered, if you feel that somebody's saying, like for example, me, when I'm talking sometimes on my pages, I can trigger some people because there are some people who are still in the early processes of awakening, and they have just left the narcissist, so they're still trying to figure out things. So sometimes I can do videos because for me, I'm used to doing the normal flow, the easy flow. And some of the words I can say, even that I don't intend to say them. I don't intend to say them the way I say them, but it's because like an awakened person, you know that you just flow naturally. So I can say some words, one or two words, and some of those words can trigger some people. Even that I don't know it, they can trigger some of the people. And I've even seen some of the subscribers, like recently, I think that was last year. Some of the subscribers used to be triggered by my words. So it is not that you're doing it to trigger them, but it's just that you are just telling them exactly what they need to know, because that is exactly what you went through to reach where you are. So you know what I mean? So they cannot understand that where they are. When they have not healed, they can still not understand that. So when you find yourself that you're no longer getting triggered, you're no longer triggered, whether it is from the narcissist, whether it is from the things you're watching online, something you've read in a book, you no longer have any triggers whatsoever. That is the very, very big confirmation. It is one of the biggest actually that you have actually really, really healed from these individuals, and you are ready to move on with your life. And another way to understand that you've healed, when you find yourself in a position whereby you have learned how to love yourself. You know what I mean? You understand that you are enough by yourself. You are enough alone. You are enough. You can be whole just by yourself. You know what I mean? You do not need a companion to complete you. So you are already complete in your own skin. You know what I mean? So you do not need somebody else to come and fulfill you in another way, like in a romantic or an intimate way or something like that. You already you're in that mode. I call it the self-love mode. So you are in the self-love mode. You can do your own things, what you want to do. You can go where you want to go, say what you want to say, do whatever you want it is with your life without anybody's validation. So when you find yourself in that position whereby you're free, you feel free to do whatever it is you want to do. You're no longer seeking or even asking for validation. You are happy with yourself. If you're in that position, you are a healed empath and you are ready to move on with your life. And on top of that, if I can add on that as well, if you find yourself in the position whereby you're feeling like, okay, so at some point in time maybe you can bring in somebody new. It's like your heart is now open to introduce somebody new. You know what I mean? You've already forgotten about the narcissist and you've moved on with your life, and now your heart is open to you're open to meet somebody new. It's not like you are desperately out there looking and seeking for that kind of relationship or whatever. But you feel open. You say, okay, so at this time I'm ready to date somebody new. I'm ready to meet somebody new. I'm open and ready to find somebody new. You know, you are in that position whereby you feel it's okay now to meet somebody new and feel alive again. You know what I mean? So you have come to that point as well. That is exactly how you know that you've successfully beaten the narcissist and you are a healed empath. There's something else I've thought about. The next one I think about is you have forgiven them. So it does not matter you've been with them 20 years, I don't know, 30, 40 years. Yeah, you have come to that point where you have really accepted it for what it is. You have seen things for what it is because, like, you know, empaths, we tend to forgive very quickly. We know the pain, we understand this pain, but at the end of the day, we don't keep this pain along with us. So we don't go along with this pain in our healing journey. We leave the pain behind and we start working on ourselves. So you've come to that point whereby you have really, really forgiven those people. You know what I mean? You see, you can see it for what it is. You understand all these things. It's out of their control. Like I've already done a video before about that. It's not in their power, and they don't have control over this. So you have understood these people. They're dealing with something much more spiritual, and they don't have control over it. And even then, you feel like you have forgiven them. You do not follow them up. You do not get back at them. You do not try to do some sort of revengeful things or whatever. You're no longer resenting them. You have let them go. Like I'm talking about like really spiritually, let them go. You have let them be. That is when you understand that actually you have really hit from this narcissistic abuse. Because when you find yourself in a position like even sometime on my page, I see a lot of subscribers who they're always talking about grabbing them and strangling them or something like that, going back and doing something. I don't know, whatever it is they want to do, some kind of a revengeful act. Most of those empaths, they have not healed, and they still have a long way to go. But if an empath who has healed, they have forgiven these individuals for whatever reason. They can even sometimes you have come to that place whereby you can see them and you can smile. You know what I mean? You can see them, you can meet them. That is if you are in that position of doing so, you can meet them, even you can smile. You know what I mean? You can laugh about things, not the things that happen to you, because they'll never talk about this. I can guarantee you that. But you can talk about and smile about other things. You know what I mean? You are a really healed empath when you are in that position, whereby from the bottom of your heart you have completely forgiven them and let them go and let them be as well. So guys, I don't want to make this video long. If there's something I've forgotten in this, if there's something you have also experienced in your journey, I would like you could let me know. You could let everyone know, let yourself be known in the comment section below what has also been your experience. Other than that, guys, it's been a lovely day to have you guys on board. And that being said, guys, before I close this video, I think I have got another idea about a new YouTube channel. Something came to me this morning when I woke up. I got a very, very clear, it was as clear as daylight. A clear download came to me, and I'm going to start another YouTube channel, but it's going to be another sort of topic. So I'll be running this one as well. I don't know yet how I'll be doing that, but I'll be running the two of them somehow during the week, and I'll see how I can balance it out. So when that channel comes out, I'll introduce the channel to you guys, and if you guys want to subscribe, you can always go there and subscribe to it. So I will not say what it's going to be at the moment until it's done. That's when I'm going to come out and introduce the channel to you. Other than that, guys, it's been a lovely day to have you guys on board. I wish you the best rest of the week, and I wish you a very beautiful weekend. Much love and blessings. And Desmond signing out.